What if I told you we are the most medicated generation in history, and at the same time, one of the sickest? What if I told you that God never designed his people to live dependent on pills, but to walk in health and wholeness and life? And what if the system we trust to protect us is the very system that profits from our sickness? Somewhere along the way, we didn't just lose health. My friends, we traded it off. From the very beginning, God cared about the body. Okay, all the way back in Genesis, such care. And in John's epistle, 3 John, beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. God never separated spiritual life from physical life. He created both. They're actually one. And when he formed Israel, he didn't just give commandments. My friends, he gave instructions for living. What to eat, what to avoid, how to live clean. I know what we've done in church. We're not under the law. Let's throw all of that stuff out. Guys, there's some good advice there. Exodus 15, I am the Lord that healeth thee. It says when Israel came out of Egypt, in Psalm 105, verse 37, there was not one feeble person among their tribes. Not one feeble person, not one sick. That was 5,000 years ago. That's not just history. That's a picture of God's design, his purpose. We wasn't made to take all these pills that they've got us on. God, believe it or not, built healing, I got a pine cone here, right into creation. Genesis 1:29, I have given you every herb-bearing seed. Jeremiah 8, is there no balm in Gilead? See, there was an apothecary. There were remedies. There was knowledge of healing. Healing wasn't just miraculous, my friends. What we wait for today is the miraculous. It was practical. God gave food, and God gave plants, and God gave rhythms, and God gave rest. But today, we've lost that balance, okay? Just take a pill, right? Just take a pill. How many people are on pills? And let me tell you something. About 100 years ago, medicine looked very different. There were multiple approaches to medicine just 100 years ago. There was herbal medicine. There was naturopathy, if I'm saying that right, homeopathy, holistic care. And patients had, believe this or not, options. But then comes a major shift. And who did this? Rockefeller, who didn't make enough money off oil, he did this. But the Flexner Report, funded by the Carnegie Foundation, reshaped medical education in America. You have to do some research here. And after that report, many medical schools were closed or merged, and education became centralized. Training focused on laboratory science, pharmaceuticals, lots of propaganda involved. And by 1935, only about 66 medical schools remained. This didn't automatically make medicine bad, but it narrowed the system. It moved medicine towards standardization, towards institutional control, pharmaceutical solutions. This is why you're paying so much today, because of what happened through Rockefeller and Carnegie 100 and some years ago. Here's the key reality. You cannot patent, looking for a pine cone, a plant, but you can patent a drug. So the system shifted, not just towards healing, but towards profit. It's all about the money, honey, right? Follow the money. And let's be honest and balanced here. I think that's, we need to do this. Modern medicine is powerful. It works incredibly well. Emergency care, trauma, surgery, antibiotics, acute illness. Hey, if I break my arm, I want a good pain medicine, all of that. Heart surgery still save lives. ER doctors, God bless them all, they save lives. Antibiotics, medical technology is a gift. But here's the problem. The system is built for crisis, not prevention. It struggles with depression. It struggles with digestive issues. All of that's coming from the farming industry who's chasing money. It struggles with chronic inflammation, autoimmune disease, long-term health. How much do we have in dementia today? Autism, all of those things. Nearly half of Americans take prescription drugs. Many take multiple daily. Healthcare costs are over $5 trillion annually. And yet, are we healthier? Honestly, we have more anxiety, more autism, more chronic disease, more fatigue, more dependence. Jesus said in John 10:10, everybody quotes it, but not in this setting, I am come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. My friends, that includes your body, your wholeness, your health, your hips and your heart and your stomach. A few years ago, we had COVID. COVID didn't just reveal a virus, it revealed a weak population. Many were dealing with poor nutrition. That's why it hit so hard. Chronic disease, inflammation, vitamin deficiency. And what happens when the doctors come out and said vitamin D? They got canceled, right? Because you can't make money. Studies have shown vitamin D deficiency was linked to more severe outcomes. So the issue wasn't just infection, it was a lack of resilience, right? So the question is, can a system produce drugs but not produce health? I mean, you go home, turn on your TV, what do you see? If it's not every commercial, it's every other commercial. Drug after drug, commercial after commercial, drug commercials. Never even heard of these things. And then you look at the side effects. Oh, just ask your doctor. Like, I'm going to go in there and tell him what I need, right? It's crazy. A system constantly marketing medication is not a system built on prevention. But a healthy culture would promote food and movement, walking, sunlight, rest, community. But empire promotes consumption. Now, here's a hard truth, guys. The church has separated everything, right? These things I'm talking about, we can't talk about them in the church, yet it's in the Bible. We focus on spiritual healing. We focus on heaven up in the sky. We focus on some glad day, but we ignore the pain in your hip and daily stewardship and digestion. And Paul would say your body is the temple, right? We pray for healing, but we ignore and we don't teach people how to live. Drinking more water. We've developed an escapist mentality instead of a down-to-earth mentality. I'm holding up pine cones again. You know, in Revelation, those horses, empires always promising protection. Egypt, Babylon, Rome, America, hey, you know, we'll protect you. These modern systems, but Revelation gives us a warning. You remember we did some teaching on this, the rider on the pale horse, the rider whose name is death. And we went through those horses, but you know, the last horse always ended in death. Empire ends the same way. Empire can't protect you from viruses or cancer, none of that. And in Revelation 18, the merchants of the earth trade in everything, even the souls of men. Everything becomes merchandise. And guess what you are, my friends? You are merchandise. All the food, all the health, all the medicine, your human body. Take this pill, right? Take this pill, get this shot. Here's the truth that we must face. Now I'm speaking to the church here. We didn't just lose health. We traded it to empire for protection. That's why you have that pale horse. Can he protect you? The answer is no. Can empire protect you from a pandemic, from a virus? Could it? No. Can empire protect you from cancer? No. When the whole same system is out to weaken your body and it profits from your sickness and it treats symptoms instead of causes, this isn't about rejecting medicine here. It's about recognizing imbalance. See, God's way is spirit, soul, body. Wholeness. Romans 12:1, present your bodies a living sacrifice. How are you going to do that if you're all sick and weak and tired and stressed out? My friends, we got to rethink everything, because the empire can't save you. It's not there to save you. Empire can't heal you. It's not there to heal you. Empire can't make you whole. Only God can. Empire is only there to extract everything from you. But maybe the first step back is this. We didn't just lose our health. Guys, we traded it for protection.